Arbitration, Steve, used to be really common about 20, 30 years ago before the introduction of adjudication into the construction industry. It's making a bit of a resurgence and is really popular on larger disputes and certainly international contracts. The great thing about arbitration is it's got that international mechanism where an arbitral award can be enforced around the world. So if you're dealing with companies who aren't necessarily based in the UK but operate in the UK, or if you're working on a project overseas, if you've got an arbitration provision that allows you to settle your disputes by arbitration, then wherever you are in the world, generally speaking, there's a good chance that you can have that award enforced at the place or with the company that you're working with. Oh, massively. So mediation's a non-legal process, which is more about negotiated settlements and reaching a consensus. Arbitration, if you think of arbitration, it's more like going to court, but it's like going to court in private. So an arbitrator is like a private judge. All of the proceedings are private and behind closed doors, but the process is more like going to court but less formal. You don't have the formalities necessarily of the entire court proceedings, and it's not necessarily governed by a legislative procedure. There's a number of different what are called model rules that can be referred to or used in an arbitration proceedings, but it's also quite flexible, that can be tailored to suit the parties' needs. But if you think of it as a private court, that's what you get from an arbitration proceeding. So there's two functions that I perform. I act as arbitrator, so I would sit as if you like, the private judge, the arbitrator, the person making the decision and writing the award, and hearing the evidence from both sides. But I also act as a party representative in pulling together all the evidence and substantiating their claim and making the arguments on behalf of one of the parties.